All right, tonight we're gonna put some a daisy. I'm making a daisy for my daughter. We didn't have time to do it when we were together, so I'm gonna put a daisy in the hydroponic cup and put it in the solution so you can grow it indoors. I want to show her how to do that. Here, I planted some daisies indoors the other day, maybe about on January 25th, and this is what they look like now. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to put it in the hydroponic solution. And right here, I just cut the top off a wine bottle. Just cut it off right there and sanded it down. And you can get these net cups at Home Depot or whatever. Put it right in there. The first thing we got to do is take all the dirt off of our little daisy here so we can get it in the cup. And you're not going to be able to see that part because I can't hold the camera. So just take the net off of there, and here's the little daisy. I think I'm going to save the dirt. I think I'm going to save the dirt for as much as I can. So I'm going to put the dirt in here. It's really fragile, so you have to be careful with the daisy itself. Best to just rinse it off, and then I'm going to rinse the dirt off. You won't be able to see that part, but all I'm doing is running it under the faucet. Alright, now it looks like that. All rinsed off. And there's its roots, still got a little dirt on it. You'll never get the dirt off of it, but you don't have to worry about it. It won't hurt anything. You want to get most of it off. You want to try to run the water a little bit harder to get it off, but you might damage the roots then. Then we're going to take this little cube right here. It's called a rock wool cube. And there's a little hole in there for a seedling, but since we already planted it, we're going to rip it open like that. We're going to rip it in half. Some people like to get it all wet first. I do it after. We're going to put the root right down in between there, so it's kind of sticking out the bottom there. You can see it sticking out of the bottom, and our little seedling is sprouting out the top there. And then I'm going to take our little cup here. Oops, I put it in there too tight. We're going to take our little cup. I cut a hole in the bottom of it so we can get that root through it. And we'll put it right in the bottom. Put it back in there. And then we're going to take our solution, and we're going to pour our solution in all the way up to the bottom of the cup there, just barely touching the bottom of the cup. You want to have the roots dipped in the solution. So pour it gently, be careful you don't hurt the seedling. This is going to be a daisy, so you'll have to make sure that you put it in a window. It gets enough sun every day. And if you have a little sunlight, you can supplement a couple of hours there, right there. So I got it to the bottom. There we go. This is for my daughter, so maybe she can follow the instructions and do it at home. And then we have clay pebbles here. These are just inert pebbles that take up the space and leave enough room for the roots too. You want to cover it, oops. Now I want to get a little bit of down on the sides there. I'll show you a close up in a minute. Stuff them in there. Get back here. Slippery little guys. There we go. Alright. Did this experiment with my mom. When I was younger, she would start seedlings in the water and put them in the window for a little while before she put them in the garden. But this is a hydroponic solution, so you gotta buy a little bit of the nutrients at Walmart. So Make sure you wash these clay pebbles off. They get dirty. Back here. Slippery. Alright. So now it kind of looks like that. It's kind of fading right now because been out of water. So there you go. It's barely touching the bottom. And that net cup fits right in here. So that I made for my daughter. I'll let that grow. And hopefully she'll see it soon. And another one, I'm going to make another one here. This one right here is, I don't know, some kind of vase I found in the house. And I couldn't find any of these little cups that would fit in there. They just too small or too big. So I got this at Applebee's. That's where they put my ketchup in when I ordered it to go. So I just cut a little place in the bottom for the roots. And it fits right in there perfectly. So we'll probably put, I did a couple of them already. I did a pepper, I made a pepper. And I'll let you see how big the roots get. This one here, this pepper here is about, I don't know, maybe a month old. Not even that. And I put it in a Starbucks cinnamon dolce latte creamer. But I put foil around it so when the sun hits it, it wouldn't get the solution too warm or it wouldn't start to grow. There's how long the roots get. They get huge. And I'll show you my tomatoes in a minute. I have a problem. I have a serious situation with the tomatoes. So that's a yellow moruga pepper I ordered from Singapore on Amazon. We'll see how that goes. And you just put the solution in there up to the bottom and replenish it when it gets down low. Make sure it gets lots of sun in the window. We're going to make another one in a few minutes. So I'm not sure what I'm going to make in here yet. Something for my daughter. I did a basil too. Made a basil. I just put it in a jar, a regular mason jar, like I put this dirt in, just a normal jar. But I put foil around it so the sun doesn't get it too hot. You want to keep that solution kind of cool because it might warm. It might grow something else. So here's the basil. This basil is the same age as. This basil is the same age as these two right here, but when I put it in the hydroponic solution, it grows twice as fast. Kind of fun. And he's got some serious roots. Huge. Big! It smells like spring. Let's set that up here. So I'm not sure what we're going to make out of this one here. Let's make, what are we doing here? Let's use this and make, let's do another pepper plant. See the roots? That's way overdue. I've been kind of sleeping here. So, we'll get our cup. Size. I have to have a medium-sized cup, and I thought I was maybe a little more prepared. So instead, we might just do another pepper plant right here. That's one of these yellow morugas. Oh, this one's a Carolina Reaper right here. We'll just plant a Carolina Reaper, and that is about probably a month old, maybe a little bit more. We'll put them in here. Here's what it'll look like right here. So these are the same age. And look at how big that one is because it's in hydroponics. Let's try to get some dirt off of it here. Right there. Keep some of the dirt if we can. Squeeze it. You gotta be gentle with the roots though. I can hear them crackling. Probably not a good sign. Shake it a little bit. Ding it back and forth. With any luck, this other little guy might fall off and we'll get an extra one. I don't want to forcefully separate them, but if they fall off. Alright, I got most of the dirt off. Scared to break it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and wash it. That'll be more gentle on the roots. Maybe they'll naturally come apart. It seemed a little bit too entangled. Oh, there we go. came off. So we're gonna have to plant 2 tonight. There's one. That little soldier. I'm gonna blast this because these roots are a lot bigger, so they're a lot stronger. I'm gonna blast them pretty good. Maybe my daughter and my son can follow this video, instructional video. Gonna have to cut a hole in the bottom of that so the roots can fit through, because here's the pepper and the roots are already too big. I'm getting behind. I don't have any help this year. But since spring's coming around, I gotta get this stuff rolling. So it's all ready. Especially these pepper plants, because they take longer, and I'm excited to see to grow a yellow. Oh, I broke it. To grow one of these Trinidad's or Carolina Reapers or yellow marugas. So there's a hole already. I got the hole. You can put it in there and just put the clay pebbles in there, but I don't know how good that'll work. Maybe with the tomatoes, but I think with the pepper, tomatoes can grow anywhere, the roots, but for the pepper, you might want to put it in one of these rock wool cubes. So I just cut it, and again, we're going to split it in half a little bit, just enough, so the roots are down there. I like to put a little bit lower because it's going to get too tall for this this holder. So we might get into a little bit of trouble with that. I'll show you in a minute what happens when they get too tall. Because we got a serious crisis in this house right now with our tomatoes that are out of control. Way out of control. Right, there it is, right there. So we'll put the solution in there. I'm gonna take this out for a minute. Put an empty cup in there, and then fill it up. Fill it up to the bottom of the cup. If you got an empty cup in there, you can gauge where it is. There, stop it right at the bottom of the cup. There, right there. So it's just touching the bottom of the cup. Now here's the problem. It's gonna soak up some of that, so you wanna, excuse me. We'll probably take a little bit and put it on the top of the rock wool cube too, to soak it up. These rock wool, it's spun rock. It's really amazing. They just soak it up. It's like a giant cotton ball. Don't push down on it. Don't try to crush that rock wool or do anything to it. It's got natural little air pockets in there to accommodate for the roots. So don't squeeze it or crunch it. And then we're gonna make sure again that you rinse these off real good. These clay pellets. Otherwise it'll turn your solution all brown. And you won't be able to tell if your roots are healthy. And you just put them right in there. They'll fall down to the side. Don't push down on it. I already rinsed these a couple of times. Some of the big ones you might just put back, because they're same for the bigger plants. Like that. There we go. Voila. And there's our pepper. Now we'll just put that in the window, and it'll get going pretty good. Just about as big as this one. This one could probably use a little more solution in there. I'll give it a, yeah, we'll wait. Because now we're gonna make it another, we have a problem with the tomato plants here. These tomatoes, and I used Aldi apple juice jugs, but now the cups are too small and they're falling out, and they've kind of overgrown the jug. So I'm in trouble. They're tipping over, and what I think I'll do, and I did before we started this video, I'm going to do one on video here. I moved it over to one of these big, huge canning jars, and this will hold it up. This guy's a little bit sad right now because I laid him down over there for a while. But he'll come back in a couple minutes when I put him in the window, back in the sun. But I think if I do it like that, then they're gonna maybe be able to stand up. See, their roots are just huge. I might have to eventually put them in a planter. So, to avert a crisis, we're gonna take it out of this right here, and I'm gonna put a pepper back in here because this is big enough for a pepper, but this is heavy duty and it has a bigger mouth, so I can put a larger cup in it to accommodate a tomato plant. Right there. It looks like we won't be doing it tonight. Oh, wait. Yep, we'll be able to do it. Nope. We won't be able to do it tonight because we don't have any more of these little cups. Maybe I can pause it.